AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Mitchell. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson.
That's right. And they will finally stop him. That great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lance.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Brian Poole. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Here's a diving catch right side.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run it in, going option right. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick-6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz. The ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Hurts.
And he's got his target, Harris. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
On second down, Mostert.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Once again, it's Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. This is Smith with a grab. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
We know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Whipped the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Oh, boy, 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Here's Benjamin with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now back to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
On 2nd and 12, Lance complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And they'll go for it. Lance
completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Hurts gets this to Sanders.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Shaq Thompson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
Mostert will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry now for David Montgomery. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
7 yards there and a first down. A give. This is Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Play action, now it's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lance. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10. Fields. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down.
You're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Down, Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing again is Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a first down throw, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A shotgun snap, Fields going up top. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On first down, Lance.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Lance.
And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here's Lance.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Montgomery looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Now they run. It's Mason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Ben Mason
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete here.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
running the counter with Mostert.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
And he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. And Lance now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Trent Sherfield, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Gold with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 27, Fields. And that's complete to Grant. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll look to throw. That's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Grant on the return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, San Francisco.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.